Мгм. Здравствуйте, дорогие друзья! Меня зовут Елена Дмитриевна, и сегодня у нас с вами вебинар по английскому языку по теме «Природа Великобритании» Natural World of the UK. Сегодня мы с вами поговорим о природе, о животных, о растениях, которые растут в Великобритании. Чем природа Великобритании такая красивая и особенная? Если вы присоединились к нашему вебинару, пожалуйста, поставьте ключик в чат, и мы начнем буквально через несколько минут. Okay guys, let's start. First of all, I'd like to ask you, what do you think? There is any difference between the natural world in the UK and the natural world in Russia? Can you please write your answers in our chat? Well, of course, as you can see from our pictures, there is a bit difference between the natural world in the UK and the natural world in Russia. And today we are going to know what is this difference. So, but first of all, let's think about this question. What do we mean in the word nature? Let's complete the charts with your ideas. You can write your ideas in our chat. Okay, as we can say, nature can be divided into landscape, plants and animals. And if we think about landscape, we can guess that we have land, like grassland, hills, mountains, and water, like lakes, rivers, oceans, seas, etc. So, well done. And let's look at these pictures that show us different landscapes of the UK. As you can see, we have here moorlands, coast, vast forest, marshlands, and rivers. So, who can tell me you like what you have seen? Yes, the pictures are very, very beautiful, and as we were discussing before, we can see the similarity between Russia and the UK, for example, forests or rivers, but we can see that moorlands and coast and marshlands are a bit different. So, I have a small task for you. Let's look at these words. I will read them for you and you should repeat after me. Then we will divide these words into 3 columns and we will check it all together. We have here landscape, plants and animals. So let's start with reading words. Repeat after me, please. Hill, poppy, daffodil, marshlands, moorlands, waterfall, hare, robin redbreast, starling, blackbird, oak, shamrock. We have here west forest, a red rose, and a squirrel. So I give you a couple of minutes to complete this task. When you are ready, please let me know in our chat. Okay guys, let's check it out. So, look at your answers please and make sure that they are the same. As for the landscape, we have a vast forest, hill, moorlands, marshlands, and a waterfall. For plants we have a red rose, a poppy, a daffodil, an oak, and a shamrock. As for animals, we have here a squirrel, a starling, a robin redbreast, a hare, and a blackbird. Well done guys, let's go on. Right now, I will ask you to listen and read the text about the British vegetation and landscape, and then we will answer the questions. So I will read the text for you. Your task is to read this text with me. Let's start. The climate of the Great Britain is good for plants and flowers. Some of them have become symbols in the UK. For example, the poppy is a symbol of peace. The red rose is the national emblem of England. The thistle is the national emblem of Scotland. The daffodil and the leek are the emblems of Wales. The shamrock is the emblem of Ireland. Oak, elm, ash, and beech are the most common trees in England, while Scotland has much pine and birch. The English oak is the best known and loved of British native trees. It is the common tree in the UK, especially in southern and central British woods. The UK was a land of vast forest, mainly oak and beech in the lowlands, and pine and birch in the highlands. Also, it has got a lot of great areas of marshlands and smaller areas of moorlands. Right now, people cut the vast forests, and there are a lot of cities and towns, almost in the lowlands. Okay guys, we have read the text about British vegetation and landscape, and now let's check your understanding the text. So, my first question. What names of plants are mentioned in the text? Can you please write down your answers in our chat? Alright, let's check the answer. So we have here the poppy, which is the symbol of peace. Peace, mir. The red rose is the national emblem of England, so it's a national emblem, национальная эмблема. The thistle is the national emblem of Scotland. Be attentive, please. Red rose for England, thistle for Scotland. The daffodil and the leek are the emblems of Wales, and the shamrock is the emblem of Ireland. So, leek is lookberry, oak, elm, ash, and beech. So, we know what is oak. Elm, what is it? It's a wood, it's a tree. Elm, yes. Ash, it's again a tree, and we can translate it as yasin. Beech is again a tree, and it is translated as book. Pine can be translated as sosna, and birch can be translated as береза. So now we know these words. Okay, the second question. What landscapes are there in the UK? Again, I give you some time to find the answer and write it down in our chat. So, let's check your answer. Of course, as we said before, it's vast forests, marshlands, and moorlands. Well done, guys. So, let's do task number 3. You need to match the words and the pictures, and then we complete the gaps with the words from the list. So, let's start with matching first. Can you please match pictures and words? Tell me when you're ready to check. You can write down your answers if you want in our chat. Okay, let's check it out. So, number 1, it's a poppy. Number 2, it's daffodil. Number 3, thistle. Number 4, shamrock. Number 5, an oak. And number 6, a red rose. So now, let's check your memory and complete these sentences. So we will do it all together, and you can write your answers in our chat. So, I will read number 1 for you. There is the symbol of peace. Who can remember? What flower is a symbol of peace? Yes, sure. The poppy is the symbol of peace. Well done. Number 2. There is the national emblem of England. Who can remember that? So, yes, the red rose is the national emblem of England. Well done. So, this plant is the national emblem of Scotland. Who can remember that? Definitely, the thistle is the national emblem of Scotland. Number 4. This plant and the leek are emblems of Wales. Can you remember what is it? The daffodil and the leek are the emblems of Wales. Alright, number 5. This plant is the emblem of Ireland. Who can guess what it is? Yes, absolutely, the shamrock is the emblem of Ireland. And the last sentence, something, elm, ash and beech are the most common trees in England. So I think it's easy, but still. Exactly. Oak, elm, ash and beech are the most common trees in England. Well done. So, let's turn to the wildlife. What animal who live in the UK do you know? There are some pictures that can give you some ideas, and I wait your answers in our chat. As you can see, we have here a fox, a reindeer, and the robin redbreast. So these are animals who live in the UK. Alright, right now we will listen and read the text about the wildlife of the UK. Listen to me carefully, please, and read with me. After that, we are going to answer some questions. Let's start then. In the old times, the common animals in the forests were bears, wolves, foxes, and reindeers. On the coast, there were a lot of seals. There are also smaller animals such as rats, squirrels, hares. Among the birds, the most numerous are the blackbird, the sparrow, the starling, and the robin. The robin redbreast is the national bird of the UK. There are about 430 kinds of birds, and many of them are sunbirds. In spring, and just before the winter colds begin, millions of birds flying from the north to the warmer lands stop for a rest on a little rocky island off the west coast of Britain. The rocks are absolutely covered with birds, and local people bring food and water for them, while the long-distance travelers are there. As for reptiles, there are few. There are 3 types of snakes, and only one of them is dangerous. There are no snakes in Ireland, and there is a legend that the St. Patrick got rid island of snakes. Okay guys, now we know what animals live in the UK, and maybe you can tell me the name of them. Can you please write down your answers in our chat? Okay, so let's check it out. Of course, bears, wolves, foxes, reindeers, seals on the coast, rats, squirrels, hares, blackbirds, sparrows, starlings, and robins redbreast. And of course, 3 types of snakes. Well done, guys. My next question is, what is the national bird of the UK? I give you some time to think about it and to find the answer in our text. So, the robin redbreast is the national bird of the UK. Exactly, well done. And one more question for you. Why are there no snakes in Ireland? So, you have some time to find the answer. So let's check it out. There are no snakes in Ireland, and there is a legend that St. Patrick got rid island of snakes. So, according to the legend, St. Patrick killed all the snakes in Ireland. Good, well done. So, let's look at some names of the animals that might be difficult to understand. So, I think the blackbird, it's clear. This is Skvorets. Robin, this is Malinovka. And I think that's all. Yes, I think the rest is clear. Well done, guys. Let's move on. We have one more task for a text to do. We need to fill in the gaps with the information from the text. Let's check your memory. What do you remember from it? We have here words such as 430, seals, blackbird, 3, dangerous. So I give you some time to think, and then we will check our sentence one by one. Okay, so let's check the first sentence. There are about 430 kinds of birds. Many of them are songbirds. So, sentence number 2. There were a lot of something living on the coast of the UK. So, you need to remember, who lives on the coast of the UK? I give you some time to think, to remember. So, let's check. There were a lot of seals living on the coast of the UK. So check your answer. Is it right? Sentence number 3. Among the birds that live in the UK, the most numerous are something, the sparrow, the starling, and the robin. So, who can remember the name of the bird? I give you some time to think. Okay, so I think this was the easy one. Among the birds that live in the UK, the most numerous are the blackbird, the sparrow, the starling, and the robin. And the last sentence. There are something types of snakes, and only one of them is something. So we have only 2 words left, and I give you some time to think. Okay, so let's think. Let's check. There are 3 types of snakes, and only one of them is dangerous. So, great job, guys. I hope you did it right, and let's go on. So, now we know that there are a lot of animals who live in the UK. And what animal which lives there do you like most of all? As for me, I like a hare most of all. What about you? You can write down your answer in our chat. Okay, thank you very much. So, English is a very creative language, and we have a lot of interesting idioms. And we will learn some animal idioms today. So, first of all, let's look at the pictures. There are some animals, and we need to guess the name of the animal. Let's look at number 1. Who can tell me what it is? Exactly. This is bull, and if we make an idiom, we will have to take the bull by the horns. So, let's think about this meaning. Look here, please. What is the meaning of this idiom? To take the bull by the horns. Well, definitely, its meaning see, взять быка за рога. They're quite similar to Russian, isn't it? Okay, let's look at picture 2. So, who is it? So, well done. It's a cat. And the idiom is to let the cat out of the bag. So, let's think together. What is the meaning of this idiom? To let the cat out of the bag. Yes, the meaning is quite interesting. It is meaning B. Рассказать секрет. Alright, number 3. So, what is it? What animal is it? Well, it looks like a mouse, but actually it's a rat. And we have to smell a rat. So, let's get the meaning. What is it? What letter is it? To smell a rat. Okay, it's meaning E. Почувствовать неладное. Good. Number 4. Let's look here. What animal is it? Exactly, it's a fish, and to have other or bigger fish to fry. So you can say to have other fish to fry or to have bigger fish to fry. There is no difference. You can choose one you like most. Okay, so what is the meaning? We have A and Z. You can guess what is it? So, exactly. It's meaning D. Иметь более важные дела. And the last one, picture 5. So, what animal is it? It's a donkey, exactly. And the idiom to do the donkey verb. And as we know, we have only one minute left. Who can tell me what it is? Yes, it's meaning A. Делать всю тяжелую работу. Okay, let's check one more time. 1. C. 2. B. 3. E. 4. D. And 5. A. Well done, guys. So, let's practice these idioms. So, our task is to complete the sentences with the correct animal idiom. I will read idiom for you and translate one more time. To take the bull by the horns. Взять быка за рога. Smell a rat. We have here smelled a rat because we need it in the sentence in the past. Smell a rat means почувствовать неладное. Let the cat out of the bag. Рассказать секрет. Have other or bigger fish to fry. Иметь более важные дела. And to do the donkey work. Делать нелюбимую работу, нежелательную, нудную. Okay, so let's complete the sentences together. Sentence number 1. We wanted the party to be surprised, but he did something. So, I give you some time to think. So, let's check then. We wanted the party to be surprised, but he let the cat out of the bag. So, I hope you did it right. Number 2. She, when she got an email asking for her password. Some time to think. Let's check. She smelled a rat when she got an email asking for her password. So, I hope you did it right. Sentence number 3. Let's do this tomorrow. Right now, we have something. I give you some time to think. Okay, let's check it out. Let's do this tomorrow. Right now we have other or bigger fish to fry. Well done. I hope you did it right. Number 4. Why should I do something while you sit around and do nothing? Some time to think for you. Let's check. Why should I do the donkey work while you sit around and do nothing? I hope you did it right. And the last sentence. She wanted to do something and finish the project. I give you some time to think, but it's easy. So, she wanted to take the bull by the horns and finish the project. Okay, great. And the last task for today. Choose any idiom and make your own example. Let's repeat them all together. Take the bull by the horns. Smell a rat. Let the cat out of the bag. Have other bigger fish to fry. Do the donkey work. So again, this one, take the bull by the horns. Брать быка за рога. Smell a rat. Почувствовать неладное. Let the cat out of the bag. Выпустить кота, если мы переведем с вами буквально, и рассказать секрет, настоящее значение. Have other bigger fish to fry. Иметь более важные дела. And do the donkey work. Делать нелюбимую работу. So, I give you some time to make your own sentence. If you want, you can write down it in our chat and we will check it. Okay, so let's sum it up. Today we've learned different names of plants and landscape of the UK. We've learned different animals who live there, and we've learned some new interesting animal idioms. I hope that it was very useful for you, and I would be happy to answer your questions. Я буду рада ответить на ваши вопросы, если они у вас есть. Я прошу вас написать их в чат. По всей видимости, вопросов нет, поэтому спасибо вам большое за внимание, за то, что сегодня поучаствовали на нашем вебинаре, и увидимся через неделю. Goodbye. До свидания.